afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Jandera. I'm Gerwin, and there's Evie and little Ruth. Little Ruthie Ruth. We've sorted out a small pen for them using old gates. They're not that we weren't using them as gates at the moment, so we've put them together to make a small pen that we can move easily, possibly multiple times a day. And we've popped it next to the paddock that we just set up with the electric wire. Now the main reason we've got Evie and Ruth in this little paddock, in this little pen I should say, is to keep little Ruthie safe from any wild dogs or foxes, which could potentially try and get her and eat her, which would be horrible. So hopefully this will keep her nice and safe from any of those sort of attacks. And Gwen should stay fairly happy because she's close enough to be able to see Evie. So she's not really on her own. She can't headbutt, she can't smooch up against, but she can at least see them, and she's also got access to the paddock full of, well, it's not full of great feed, but it's got some feed in for her, and they really like those cobbler's pegs too. So we're going to be moving Evie and Ruth every day at least, and I've popped a bit of shade cloth up to give some extra shade. But yeah, that's the update for today. Okay, so I've just given Evie some branches of Leukina. It's a lovely pioneer species and fantastic fodder crop for the goats. It's also a nitrogen fixer and a pioneer species, so I'm planning on having a lot more of these around the property just to work during as fodder for the animals, but also to help repair the soil as well. I've also given Gwen a branch as well. It's a really high protein feed and it's really good for the goats. It's a fantastic tree. Many areas actually have it declared as a noxious weed, just because it can proliferate a lot. I still need to set up somewhere where I can make it so that I can give Evie some hay. Might stick a welded mesh panel or something on an angle so I can put the hay in it, so it keeps it up off the ground, which I can also put branches and that sort of thing in it as well. So yes, but that's going to keep the goaty goats happy. Little Miss Ruth is over there in the shade. I've put up some shade cloth there just to create a little bit extra shade for her, because it's a lot hotter out here than it was in the stable. But Evie's got fresh water, and that's basically the goaty update for today. I'm glad that they're back out on the fresh grass again, and that Gwen's got a little bit more space to be able to run around, and she's still got the company of Evie, but she's got a lot more feed out there, because this little pen really is not big enough for 2 adult goats unless it's being moved like 3 or 4 times a day. And at the moment I've got a cold or a virus. I've got something, a nasty bug that's been hanging on for about a week. Picked it up from the boys. Don't know where they got it from. Oh, who knows. Anyway, it's not a big drama. Yes, the goats really love the Leukina. It's one of their favourite things to eat, actually, from what I've seen. They'll actually pick the Leukina up over lucerne, which is interesting. Yeah, she's enjoying that. These are the seed pods. When they're actually ready to produce, to let the seeds go, they'll actually twist up So that's one of the ways you identify it, is you see the seed pods all twisted up and the seeds all dropped on the ground. So yes, these seeds aren't quite ready to drop yet, which is good because I didn't really want them where they were anyway. So I don't want any more Leucaena trees where this one was. I've got other places that I'd like it. So a really good pioneer tree, the Leucaena. Jeff Lawton actually uses it in between his row crops in his house garden. So he has a row of Leucaena in between his row of vegetables, and chops them down and lets them, and does a pollard with them. So chops them about halfway up, pollards it, and lets it shoot back, and uses it for chop and drop. But yeah, anyway, that's the goats. I might do a little bit more later when I take Evie out to milk her, because she's got very full udders, as you can tell, and one little baby's not keeping up with all of it. It's nice to have goat's milk back again. And there's a possibility that the goat's milk may actually have a beneficial effect on my the Graves' disease that I've got. There are some places that actually suggest that goat's milk can actually suppress Graves' disease. So, be interesting to see how I respond being back on the goat's milk. Because really it started becoming a problem when I had to go off the goat's milk with the broken leg. Because when the symptoms first started to appear, we just didn't realise that it was Graves that was causing me problems. But yes, anyway, I'll stop nattering on and just sit here quietly. Let's see if he's having a drink. That makes me very happy to see. Always love watching baby goats having a drink. Oh, she's such a good mummy. Little Ruth, I should say, coming to investigate what mummy's doing. Having a bit of a sniff and a nibble at the Lakina. Okay, so I've got Evie on the milk stand and she's got her pellets and her Livermole, which is a biowormer, and she's on the milk stand, and I'm going to relieve some of the pressure in these udders. So the first thing I'm going to do is wash down her udders with some warm soapy water using an organic or highly, and I'm using an organic dishwashing liquid that I get from Modere. Well, it's not necessarily organic, but it's safe to eat anyway. Not that I'm necessarily going to be eating it. Then I'm going to dry off her udders. Then I'm going to put some coconut oil on, which will act as a lubricant, and as well as an antibacterial solution, cream sort of thing. Anyway, then I'll strip out the first little bit of milk, and then I'll milk. So I'll leave a link up to here to some previous videos where I've done when I've milked other goats. So yeah, better get into it before she runs out of food and gets cranky about being there. She has to stop for a snack on the way back to the baby. On our way back to Ruth. We haven't got far to go, just over there. Jonathan and Matthew are in playing with Ruth. Or more to the point, playing stick fighting with each other. Shouldn't be doing that around the baby. And someone decided she wanted to have a snack. The good thing is, she's targeting everything that most people would consider weeds. Very good for goats. And watering the paddock and fertilising it, and she's thoughtful. She's a lovely goat. At least the really good thing is 9 times out of 10, watch this weed get demolished, 9 times out of 10 they don't pee on the milk stand. She's having a lot of fun munching around on these goat weeds. Watch her demolish this one. Off to pick another weed. Anyway, I've got to get her back into her baby. Oh, there's one. How about I have that one? Anyway.
Hello there. Want a flower?
I don't think she does want a flower.
She doesn't even want to eat it?
Nope.
Great. Can I join the video?
You already did join the video.
Hello, I'm Jonathan.
Yes, you're Jonathan, and you've got a cold. We need to get her back into her little shelter with her baby. Oh, and she's gone and got me tangled, so I'm going to have to turn around. Oh. Anyway, let's take her back to her baby.
Okay. Do you want it open?
Yes, please.
Mama's coming. Mama's coming.
Got held up.
Hey. Mama's coming. Can I hold the baby? Mom?
Oh, looks like Matthew's got the baby at the moment.
Matthew said I could, but I got to, but it was very even.
Well, buddy, no one's holding the baby at the moment. She's wandering around.
Can I hold it now?
If you want to sit down, I don't see that you need to hold her. I'm not sure whether her mummy's all that happy about this idea. She's been over at the milk stand an awfully long time and away from her baby.
Hey, don't do that.
You're being very gentle.
And I'm even gonna put my hand under her foot if her foot falls.
Evie's checking out the place, making sure everything's safe.
Ow! She did that last time.
She scratched your legs, did she? Oh, she's checking to see if I've left any milk behind. And there is a bit of milk there. No, don't pick her up again. Jonathan, put her down. Jonathan, she could fall and hurt herself. Put her down. Young man, you need to listen when I give you an instruction around the baby goat, or you won't be allowed to give her cuddles. She is too little to be jumping from that height at the moment. Give her another week or so and she'll be bouncing around all over the place.
Hooray!
No loud noises around the baby goats. Around the goats. I haven't got a bale of hay at the moment for her to play on.
What?
No.
Once that brings the hay bale.
No, that hay bale is for them to eat.
They can eat.
So you can see her udders is quite uneven. There's still a fair bit left in one side. Hopefully Ruth comes and drinks the rest of that one.
She's done that before today.
Yes. Gwen was bleating too much and was disturbing Evie.
Hey, the baby bleeded a couple of times too.
Did she?
Yeah. Didn't she, Matthew?
But that's the baby goat update for today. I hope you've enjoyed the time seeing them. It was exciting time with the baby goat. And what do we say, Jonathan?
We're either green and growing or ripe and rotting.
That's right. And hopefully that little goat doesn't eat that shade cloth.
I thought we only said be green and growing and ripe and rotting when we do gardens.
No. Because you can be green and growing and learning when you're out with the animals as well. She's eating the shade cloth. Oh dear. That's not food, little Ruthie.
Don't do that.
I might take it down. Oh, no, maybe not. I don't know.
Come on.
But I'll catch you in the comment section. Sun's gone down. Need to get these guys back inside because the night's starting to cool off and they've still got a cold. Jonathan, leave that alone.
I'm trying to destroy it.
Why? That's food for Evie.
Oh.
It might look like a weed to you, but it's Evie food. Don't scare the goats. No loud noises. Goats don't really like loud noises. He loves his big brother, can you tell? Oh dear. One squashed Matthew. Oh, look at that nasty cough. We need to go inside and get out of this cold air. So I'll catch you in the next video.
Bye.
See you in the comments. Bless you. Bye.
Bye.